When your body is in alignment, symptoms naturally disappear. Instead of resisting pain, we connect with it, allowing deep healing so that it never, ever returns. This isn't just relief. It's lasting transformation within yourself. Your body can heal, and Althea is here to guide you every step of the way, so that pain does not have to control your life. So when you stop resisting it and align with your body, it naturally disappears. For how long? For good. Gives me great pleasure, therefore, to hand over to Althea.
Thank you so much. Hi, everybody. Thank you so much, Robin. Thank you very much for allowing me to talk to everybody today. One of my core passions is to share what I discovered and what I learned, what I know, because it makes profound change for people. And I'm very excited to be here to show you how it can be done, even if you don't think so, even if you've had things for years and years and your doctor's told you can't change, or you've told yourself, well, I've just got to learn to live with it. And it can still make a difference. So luckily for you, your body doesn't care about what you think and what you believe. Your body just responds. Like when you eat food, your body digests. And if you touch your skin, your body feels it. Your body is immediate, and healing is immediate. Dun, dun, dun. So I'm Althea Finch. To give you a bit of background about who am I, and then I'm going to be talking about how healing works and how it doesn't work. What blocks us healing? What are the things to be careful of and watch out for? Because we all have blocks within us and they stop us going forward. But today is very special because this is the very first time that I'm doing interventions. Has anyone seen Abraham Hicks? Yeah, you know how she does guidance in the talks? Well, it's going to be like that. I'm not channeling anything, it's me, me and my knowledge. So I do a little bit in my talks anyway. Somebody always says, oh, what about my hip, or what about my thing? So it naturally happens anyway, but we're going to make it a lot more of that today so that you can get lots of chances to have a go and let me guide you if you want. But having said that, when you are being guided, it really, really helps other people. We all learn from each other, we watch each other, and we learn from that. So just to let you know, the last talk I did was, I did a talk, and this guy piped up and he said, what about my hip then? How are you going to fix that? So I took him through the guidance of the pain-free method, and his hip relieved. Which was great, wonderful, tick. And then afterwards, the lady who was sitting next to him, she said, I must tell you, but I was listening to your guidance and my hip was hurting too. And my hip pain went too. So whoever I'm guiding, just like the Abraham Hicks thing, that when I guide one person, we're all the same, we're all human, we all have the same function, how we function. So use the same guidance for your particular thing. Okay, so I've been a natural therapist for 35 years. I studied things like shiatsu, reflexology, Reiki, Chinese massage, all sorts of Eastern things, all mind-body connection kind of things. And one of the first things I wanted to do in my career was, I knew I wanted to do some kind of hands-on body work. So that's what I studied all through my 20s. And then I got to 30, and for a number of reasons, I had an epiphany of healing. I was touching bodies every day. It makes you really, really sensitive, like really tuned in how people feel and what's going on in the blood, and emotions and past block stuff. We've got stuff. When I got to 30, I had an epiphany, and like an awakening, I sort of opened, a number of things happened, but I won't go into in here. It's all in my book. My book's coming out soon, so you can read the whole story if you want to, which will be available on my website, painfreedom.co.uk. And so I had this epiphany of healing, and I thought, oh my gosh, is that it? That's That's it. It's all about connecting to you. Is that it? That can't be it. That's it? Yeah, it's all about connecting to you. So you have your body and you have challenges, you have physical stuff or emotional stuff or mental stuff or beliefs or that's good or bad or ugly in you or whatever's going on inside of you. You have all of that, don't you? You have your body, your mind, your feelings, your experiences, your beliefs in life. You have all of these things that make up you, and all of it works together as one. So we can't just fix the body the way that we're being told. You can't just make that thing and cut it out and throw some drugs at it. It might work temporarily, but these are fixes, they are treatments, they're not healing. Healing is coming into alignment with you, is connecting to all parts of you. And some bits you won't like. Some bits you won't like. We're human, we have all sorts of feelings and things. So how does healing work? Healing happens as a whole by connecting to all parts of you. Your feelings, your emotions, your physical things going on and what you think about yourself or what you think about the government. All parts are needed to be connected to, and that's where alignment comes in, and then your body takes over and heals perfectly. And just to give you an example of that, had a lady who had full body arthritis. She was bedridden. Her husband had to do all the housework, which is not bad. But she was pretty low. She was feeling depressed about herself, and she was worried about her future. She'd fall on the floor, and then that was her done for half an hour. She couldn't get up with all the pain. So she was pain-free in about 5 weeks. Pain-free. Got her life back. And this is not the exception, this is the norm. I specialize in long-term chronic pain and conditions, but because this is an alignment method, you can use it for not feeling happy with yourself, not hating the government or whatever, how you're feeling in your physical body, how you're feeling in your emotions. Maybe you've been through stuff. We've all, lots of been through stuff. It all affects us to this present moment. So if you're having troubles with anything, I call it out of alignment thing you don't want, you can use this simple method to bring yourself into alignment. And that's where the key of healing is, staying present with what you're feeling, what's happening with you. It puts you into alignment, and then your body is a self-healing system. Give it the right circumstances, and your body will heal. You know, if you're cold and you've got goosebumps, are the goosebumps or the cold the problem? No, put a jumper on, as I tell my kids. Put a jumper on. Take action. Notice the problem and take action. I call the problem a message that wants to be heard. Is all this making sense at the moment? Yeah, it's all okay. And so the next thing is, what about the blocks? The blocks to healing can be many. So we can have beliefs like, I'm not going to heal. I've got to live with this. My doctor said there's no cure. I've got to learn to manage it. I hear that all the time. Arthur, I'm learning to manage it. I'm working on it. I'm trying to make a difference. But those things take you away from the present moment, from the what is going on with you right this moment, and working on it and managing things and putting up with and coping. These are all human behaviorisms. I call it humanizing. But it takes you away from healing. It's not staying in trust of flow and trusting that your body will heal if you let it, if you give it the right circumstances. So our beliefs can block us. We might perhaps don't believe any change can happen for us. That can be a block. And whatever you think, your body will reflect that. Your body is like a mirror. It reflects how you feel. Your body reflects exactly who you are and what you think and what you've been through. You're all on display. Sorry about that. When I was a little girl, I came from a middle-class army military family, and we didn't talk about feelings. Unfortunately, I popped out, and I'm all about what's your feelings. So I craved that connection. I had a lot of behave right and do your manners, and that's where the world will turn. but I found it quite fake, and I craved that. I longed for real connection with people. So the base of the pain-free method is all about connection, connecting to you, listening and responding to your needs, listening and tuning into your problem thing that you're being challenged with. That's where the change is. So when I was younger, I picked up things like palmistry and runes and all this sort of thing. It was all about learning about people. And what it gave me, it took all the BS, all the front shop stuff we all have, and it gave me a direct line into the soul of a person. And as a child, I was so grateful for that, because it made me really learn about what are people, who is that person in front of me, how do they really think and how do they really feel. And I had that direct line, and I started to learn and observe and watch and learn about people, which was a big gap in my life before that. So it really filled me up. And as I went into my 20s, I learned all this lovely hands-on body work and shiatsu and things. So what are the blocks to healing? We just don't know. We don't know how to heal. It took me 30 years and all that history and all that training. And then it took, I had to have a bit of a hit in life. I got dumped. And I came to the end of my rule book, and I was lost in life. I didn't know how to step forward. So it took a breakdown. It took a shock in life. So if you don't know how to heal, that would be normal. We're not taught in the West about how to heal. We're taught to suppress things with drugs and to cut it out and to learn to live with it. In the West, we're taught these things, but this is not healing. We feel what we feel. We've been through what we've been through. We think what we think. We're living live expressions of who we are. And that's where the healing begins, by tuning into that. So what are the blocks? You just don't know that we might have story in there. There might be a lot of trauma you've been through, and you're holding behaviorisms, you're holding history and maybe blame, or stuff happened to you. Or one lady had, she was forced to, emigrate because of war. And she took other things as she grew up in her family about she had to be responsible for her little brother, like a mother. At 12, she had to change nappies and feed the kiddie, her brother. So she grew up with a lot of resentment in her, and then responsibility. And she carried this all the way through life. She had to be responsible, had to be busy, 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 do it really well, get everything done, get it all sorted. But then she, at later life, she developed arthritis, full body pain. She has lethargy and she can't move, and she's stuck in this inner story. So these kind of things, most of us have inner stories, and that's where I find fascinating. And when somebody comes to me with a shoulder pain or a migraine or a backache or whatever, I know that that's just the beginning of the story. That's not it. The back pain is not the thing to get rid of, it's the thing to tune into. So I'm going to be doing some interventions today. So if anybody wants some help and guidance on the release of their thing they don't want, the back pain, headache, trauma, or whatever it is, then do put your hand up and I'll do some guidance with you. Fantastic, because you can talk, but we're staying in the head, but you want to come back into the body. And so let's just do it. Get on with it. What was your hand, wasn't it? You went up first, so you're on.
Yeah, and I understand that it's to do with anger.
Yeah, so where's the anger in you?
Probably from childhood, when I couldn't really express my anger or didn't feel like I was being heard. So I think a lot of emotions were suppressed.
Definitely. Where's the emotions in you now? And I can see it's all coming to the surface already. So that's what's so wonderful about healing, that when you're ready, it's there for you every second of every day. So where's the emotions in you? How do your emotions feel right now? How does it feel talking?
Probably in the chest and the heart. And
how does your heart and chest feel right now? What's going on in there? What can you feel?
A little heavy and just there's sadness in there, I think. So.
Okay, and where's the sadness in you?
What in my body?
Take the question as you think you want to answer.
Okay. I'm not quite sure.
Great, good answer. And that's a wall coming up. That's a protection coming up. And as you connect to the thing you don't want, like your liver things going on, your autoimmune condition there, and you come to the point, there will be a wall come up. And this is very important that you honour that, or we honour that, because that's protecting you from something that you're not ready to go to. So the next stage is to come into your breathing. So all pain and conditions and things you don't want create tension in you. So this is an easy fix that everyone can do every day, is to do softening, relaxing, breathing practice every single day. So your body, your soul, your emotions get practiced into softening and flow. You're bringing yourself into flow, which is into alignment. Alignment is where all the good stuff happens. So come into, let your shoulders drop and take some nice deep breaths, and everybody follow on that feels right for you to follow on to. And instead of not being heard and angry, and how do you want to be feeling? What do you want to be thinking and experiencing? To feel freedom.
Yeah,
So
just to be free.
So let's go straight there then. Let's go for the chase. Where's freedom in you?
Through, I don't know, through the voice, through.
Okay. So how does your voice feel right now?
It's a bit sore at the moment.
Where's sore in you? Where's sore in you?
Where could that have stemmed from, do you mean?
You said it feels sore. So listen like a child, just follow the guidance of your own system. Listen to the physical, the words, the emotion, the thoughts, the memory. You just keep following and following. And it's a bit like, I imagine it like if we are all energy, we are vibration, we're particles or whatever it is we are. I see it as like millions of pieces of us, and when we don't feel good, it's like a separation of the pieces, and when we connect to it, it's like get that one back and get that one back, and because we work, we are in harmony, connected to all of us. So so where is the freedom in you? And so you said your throat was sore, so that's a physical throat. Then you described it, it's sore. So your throat can't say, oh, that thing, and I was sore about that. Your body does body. It only does body, you know? So now you have a word. So where is sore in you? Have you ever experienced something sore in your life before? Have you felt sore ever?
Yeah. I suppose just inner wounding, I suppose, or feeling judged.
You're trying to understand it, but where is sore in you? Where's judged in you? Even this is the sort of judgment, isn't it? So see how truth rises when you put the light on it. So what we're doing here is following what comes up off you. It's a physical sensation, it's a word, it's a memory, it's a feeling. And going back to you didn't feel heard, it's all in your throat, and what's throat's all about? It's all about communication, isn't it? See how clever the body is? It just shows you what's on the tin. It just says, what is it? What is it? And watch out for, I was just catching you there to understand what's going on with you. Watch out for the mind, because the mind doesn't heal. The mind doesn't heal. The mind thinks it heals. The mind thinks it's the guy in charge, but it's just a tool in the toolbox. And so what is healing? Healing is connected to what is going on in you. It is an angry feeling. It is the liver. It is the blood. It is the headache. It is sore. It is the throat. So connect to what you are feeling, and reserve judgment. Get the thought, the thinking out of the game, because thinking takes you away. It goes up into the mind. So the body says, oh, "Bring her back. Give her some more sore." Find somebody else to come up to her and make sure she can't be heard, you know? So it calls you back. Pain is a message. It wants to be heard, not understood. It's already culminated in the result. You've already got the end of the line result. So that's the place that we soften with, we connect to, without trying to understand anything. You might like to understand things. Some people are very analytical and logical and want to understand stuff, and that's fine, but it doesn't do healing. So stay present as you walk away from this day or this talk. Stay present with, notice what's happening to you. Notice the soreness, and not what is it. No, it is soreness. It is. It's saying, come here, please. Pay attention to me. And then you can add the helpers. And that's so in my method, there's 3 stages. The first stage is this connection thing. And the next stage is do things that help. So we don't do the fixing bit. Our bodies do that. We don't make the sun move around. It's there for us. We don't make our bodies work, but we help it to work. We eat the right foods we need. We get sleep. We have love, and we have kindness. We can do things to ourselves to help ourselves, but help the healing. But the healing the body does. But what it needs is it's calling your attention. So pain is a message that wants to be heard. That soreness says, "Come here, please. Be with me. Be present with me. Feel what's going on," and it will go. It will go. How are you feeling at the moment? That was just a very, very short little intro. Yeah, did you get it? Keep the mind out of it. It is what it is. It's already happened. And stay present with what you're experiencing. This is why daily meditation, daily body connection, self-connection is really, really valuable. Because you're putting yourself into alignment when you meditate. You're putting yourself into alignment where everything will flow. You can't change the past. You can't change people's behavior to you or what they've done or what they do. And so what do we do? Healing is within you. That's where all the power is. So you've got all the goods and all the tools right where you are. Okay, so I'll hold it there for a moment. Thank you for that. Watch out for the mind. Keep connected with what you are feeling. That's the end of the line thing. And it says, listen to me, feel me, touch me, connect with me. And then you put that. By doing that, you put yourself into alignment, and then release starts to happen. Yeah, you've got a bit of a glow on you already. So it's just a little tiny intro. But what I offer is once a month I do taster sessions where I take you through the 4 actions that start the process of pain-free or thing you don't want free, symptom-free, and all the way to the full program. So there are other things in between, and everyone's got different needs. And it's the introduction session, the experience session is, I like to have it really low cost. It's just £7 or pay what you want. I don't want money to be in the way of your healing. So if you've got money issues and you're struggling, when we're in pain and suffering, we're also in lack. So I'm really conscious of that. So I've made it like really low bar. And even if £7 is too much, just come and tell me and I can send you the free link if that's too much for you. So let's open the gates wide open. And then there are other options if you're able to, or if that's right for you. So who would like some guidance? Yeah? What's happening for you?
Broke an ankle 11 years ago,
Mm-hmm.
and 5 operations and nerve damage. So I have pain every day.
Okay. Where's the pain in you? And let's look at the ankle. What the body says what it is on the tin, not that Ronsil thing. The body is exactly the same. Describe your problem, and you know what's creating it. Describe your problem. It's the exact same description for why it's there. So what are ankles are about? Ankles usually, this is generally, but ankles are about siblings. And the right ankle, the right side of the body is controlled by the left brain. So that's the male, the logic, the mathematical, the goal getting, whatever. Masculine energy controls the right side of the body. So that would be the brother or
My sister.
your sister. Is she quite tufty and strong energy, strong character, perhaps?
She wouldn't help me, so she sent me back to where I was living to get on with it. And I had one after another. The doctor didn't listen, and it just went on.
Okay, so what is really actually going on here? It's how you feel about the whole situation. And your ankle says, I feel like that.
Yeah.
Pain every day. So where is the pain in you? Where do you feel the pain in you? And it might be the same place, or you might answer something else. Where's support in you? Where's pain in you?
It's in my heart.
How does your heart feel?
Not seen.
Not seen. Where's not seen? What's all that about? Have you ever felt not seen in your life before?
Yes.
Are you able to share? You don't feel like you have to share anything you don't want to. How does that situation make you feel?
If it makes me feel unseen.
Unseen. Where's that unseen feeling in you? Where do you experience that? I'm unseen. I feel unseen.
It's also in my throat. Don't speak. I don't want to hear you.
And how do you feel about that?
Sad.
Where's sadness? Where do you feel the sadness in you? Do you see what we're doing? We're sort of just keep following what you say, what you feel, what you say, what's happening to you physically, whatever. Keep connecting, because that's where the release of it is. We can't change her. We can't change the doctor. We can't change anything outside of you. All change comes from within you. You have that much power. We don't always realize it, but you have that much power. All change is within you. That's where it is. You've got all the toolbox you need. So how do you bring yourself into alignment? How do you release yourself from these different things? And all your pain all your life and these difficult experiences and pushed out by your sister. So these are very strong life experiences, but it's really all about you. Connect to your needs. Where is the support in you? Where is the listening to you? Are you listening to you? So it's suggesting these things. And how do you get change to happen? And you connect to what's bubbling up in you. Where is that sadness in you? And every time you feel it. I'm quite emotional. I react emotionally, and I remember I was had this kind of cloud of disappointment around me. That cloud of disappointment. I thought, oh God, I wanted to ignore it. I wanted I don't want to deal with that. I don't want to feel it. And it's not about that present thing that triggered the disappointment feeling in this case. It's about that's part of me. I'm feeling that. That's an expression of me. It might go back many, many years. It might be many moments in time. So when it bubbles up in you, when that sadness is triggered in you by your sister or anything, it's not your sister, because you can't change another person. We can influence and encourage or something, but that's about it. But what we can do is we can notice how we are reacting to something or a person or a situation or the past thing. And that's where the change happens, how you feel. Connecting to the feeling is healing. Connecting to that sadness, it might be a challenge, like I had that, it was staying around me for 3.5 days in that moment. And I thought, oh God, fine, I'll connect with it. Connect with that thing I don't want to connect with. And I just felt the horribleness of this disappointment, and memories popped up. I thought, oh yeah, and then how did I feel then? And then I was with that part of me when I was a little girl, and staying present. It's like things get stuck in us. Emotions and memories and feelings get stuck in us, and they bubble up as physical or emotional or mental or life situations. They bubble up because life is about balance and harmony, or it can't grow. You can't grow without connection, alignment, peace. We're stuck in problems and contraction and tension. So connect to the emotions in you, or what bubbles up in you. So where do we get to? So how did that situation, it made you sad, wasn't it? So where do you feel the sadness in you?
Just generally, I think.
Generally. So this is something that is telling about something is a regular feature in your experience. So it really wants listening to. It wants to be heard. Pain is a message. It wants to be heard. I think we should need to get a bit of a mantra going on here. Pain is a message. It wants to be heard. Come on, everyone. Pain is a message. It wants to be heard. The sadness is a message. It wants to be heard. The headache is a message. It wants to be heard. The blood thing, the autoimmune thing is a message. It wants to be heard. It doesn't need fixing. You're not broken. You're experiencing. You're a whole being. You're not broken, even if you feel that way. And many people do. I know I have in my life, but it's just an experience you're having. Pain is a message. It wants to be heard. So keep connect. When you have it all over and all the time, this tells me this really wants you to be, want you to align with it, to stay present with it. So see it like every time you feel sad, which is all the time, connect with it. Oh, where are you now? Okay, all over. Right, thanks for telling me. Right, where am I feeling it? Right, okay. And then bring in the helpers. So then bring in the breath and the softening of your body. So if everybody wants to get into this breath and softening of your body, soften your shoulders and just clock everything in your body. Any tension you notice, let that bit of you soften. I call it a soften zapper. So you just go around your system and you have control of that. right? You choose if you do this. You choose if you breathe or not. That's you're in command. This is where, this is the number one helping thing that everyone can do, is to soften and breathe. And what you're doing there is allowing the body to soften, and the circulation of the blood, which is the healing potion. The lymph can clear out the gunk. You'll get oxygen up to the brain so you can think clearly, and you can be inspired rather than doing all the time, which is they sort of push us into all of that, don't they? So instead of that, come into inspired state of peace and relaxed and open state. Keep connecting to that sadness regularly, and at some point you'll suddenly think, I'll say to you, oh, what about that sadness? Oh yeah, I used to be like that. All of a sudden you suddenly realize you're in a different state. So what is healing? Healing is a state of being. It's not a fixing or a doing. So if you're trying to fix your problem or make it go away or try to sort it out, you are away from healing. Away from yes. You are away from healing. What have you got to do? You've got to connect to it. Because why? Pain is a message. Come on, everyone. Pain is a message that wants to be heard. It wants your attention. So if you ignore it or work on it or try to sort it out, you are being like King Canute. You're trying. Your body doesn't need you to do that. It needs help. It doesn't need you to do the healing bit or the changing bit. Your body knows perfectly. It's a self-aligning system. It's a self-balancing, self-healing system. And given the right circumstances, it works perfectly. But we have stuff in there. We have sisters that chuck us out, and past stuff, and we have feelings, and we have thoughts. And all of that's fine. I like to say everything's okay until it's not, until you have back pain, or until you have a sore ankle, or the blood condition, not blood, was an autoimmune condition or something. Then it's a message, it wants to be heard. Connect with it. That's the magic potion. Connect with what is going on with you. Okay, so keep connecting with that and see how you get on. Do let me know how you get on with that, because it's not always easy to face our stuff. And remember that you cannot change your sister. But I've done this for 25 years now, and many, many times I've noticed this lovely side effect that happens is that when people feel better, their world around them changes too. There was a lady, there's so many, but there's a lady, Janice, who had a lot of digestive problems, and she had shoulder pain and all sorts. So as she was learning how to release the different things going on, and she could hardly eat a thing. She knew everything there was to know about every detail of food, but she couldn't eat properly. And she was a very sociable lady, and she wasn't getting on with the neighbours. She came from an abusive household, or she was very frightened of her father. So all that was going on in the background behind her digestive stuff. What are digestive things all about? Digesting stuff, digesting life, taking on board stuff, sorting things out, taking on things. So our bodies do what it is on the tin. It describe your problem, and you're actually describing the reason that it's there. And then you connect with that. So that lady, she started to get better and better, and her two sons had estranged from her. And as she started to get better and the shoulder pain went, one of her sons called her out the blue. Can you imagine? She knocked her up 10 doses, of happiness. And then she started getting on with the neighbours. And so healing starts from you, not your friend or your neighbour or your person in the past or something, or your experience in the past. It happens from exactly where you are right this minute. Exactly how you're feeling now, exactly what's going on in your body right now. That's where change begins, exactly where you are now. Okay? Thank you for letting me do that. And do let me know how you get on. And come on to the taster session, or come into the program if that feels called to. I offer free consultations, so if you want to just talk it through first and then make a decision, you're welcome to do that. And it's all on my website, painfreedom.co.uk. So who would like to be guided? Anybody like to be guided? You'll put your hands down now. Thank you. Just put your hand up so you can see. Yes. What's your thing? What's your thing?
My thing is lower back pain and hip in my sacroiliac, it seems to be.
On the right side.
The right
And your
side.
back down the middle somewhere. Whereabouts on your back?
Lower back sacrum.
Okay, so right lower down, and so this is all talking about family, support and family, or close relationships, or close relationship with you and your relationship in the world. You know, what's your part to play in this little lot? You know, it's all that area. Because when your body down there in the hips area and the back, so what do backs do? Back support, right? So it's support. And then when it goes low down, it's talking about the past and history, maybe ancestors or aunties and uncles, that sort of thing. And then the sacroiliac, I mean, you need that because it feeds the sacroiliac nerve pain, that nerve, and that goes into the lower back as well. So it's all coming up to a bit of a hilt at the moment, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's saying something's got to be done or else. So that's your body's saying that, right? So what's all that about? What's going on?
First off, I think it's not feeling supported, feeling overburdened. And interestingly, probably mostly by men. And taking on the problems of the world, overburdening myself, which I chronically do. And so like physical burdens, emotional burdens, all the burdens really. Yeah. And now I've started cleaning for a day for my dear friend. I've taken out my other job, which is doing feet. I'm cleaning for my friend, and it's really flared up during that because of hoovering and bending and stretching and things. And I think it's because I feel like a bit of an underdog doing it. And like, so there's something about not being able to stand up straight in my own life as well and stand up for myself, and sort of stooping and putting other people first. And so it started screaming because it's exactly that. It's just like, right, you got to do something, otherwise you're in big problems.
Yeah, let's take out the doing, because you're already burdened, and you're burdened and burdened and burdened. So take out the doing. We don't have to do the doing bit. We just meet it where it is, because then life will function like that lady. So stay present with the pain that you're feeling. And where's burdened in you? Where do you feel burdened?
Heart.
In your heart.
Yeah, that's the main one. Yeah.
Yeah. So all these things are great because you're kind of flushing it and you're airing it with others, and it's great to have witness because it just really helps. It's like talking to a good friend, isn't it? When you have other human being to share something, and things like journaling are really good for that. The 3 stages that I teach is get rid of it, and then the support bits, that would be journaling and paying attention to your needs, listening and responding to your needs. But there's something else going on here because it goes early, doesn't it? The burdening. So that's another thing that perhaps you can meditate on, burdening. Where's the burdening in you? Have you ever felt burdened before in your life, before all of this?
Yes.
What?
Yeah, because my mum was ill when I was a child and my dad left. So I was, as they say, parentified quite young.
Can you feel the button on this, everyone? It's like, oh, that's what's going on, really. And then it reflects through your life, and then the patterns will keep happening. So, and that's part of step 3 that I talk about, patterns and triggers and early traumas and things like that, how to release those. But let's connect now. You know, how did you feel? Mum was really sick and ill, and then dad left. Your grit's coming.
Yeah.
How did it make you feel as a little girl? How old were you again, sorry?
So I was 4 when my dad left, and then I was about 8 when my mum started getting ill. She had like ME and all kinds of things, and I was like her companion really, so she emotionally offloaded onto me a lot as well.
How did you feel about that?
Very frustrated. And very unimportant, I realised, because my needs
Hang on, and let's not go because. That's going up into the mind. Let's stay present. Unimportant and frustrated. So where are those feelings in you now?
Unimportant feels like it's chest area. Frustrated is back, I think.
Oh, back? Is it where in your back?
Yeah, probably in the lower back and hips.
Is it now?
Mm.
So stay present with it and connect to, and you're being like an observer of you, observer of your feelings. Try not to react, and it's because, and I think that means watch out to go up into the mind. The mind stops healing. It takes you away from healing. Stay present with what you're feeling. And it might be horrible feelings and horrible memories, but stay present with your chest. And how does your chest feel right now? How does your hip and back feel right now?
My chest in this moment feels relatively okay.
It does. Good. That was
Yeah.
quick. See how quick it is? Healing's immediate. Yeah. Note that down. My chest feels okay. So that I call that a power statement. So when you have the wobble or pain's kicking up again, then you can use "it feels okay," and your mind will think, "What do you mean it's okay? I'm in pain." But right this minute, it feels okay.
Mm.
Yeah, that's like your personal, personally formed affirmation. It feels okay. So that's another helper. But the key of healing is to stay present with it. And so when you feel burdened, connect with the burdened feeling. Soften your body and breathe. Well, how do I want to be feeling instead? How do you want to be feeling? Sort of frustrated and burdened, and
I want to feel free and flexible. I have this image in my mind of dancing, just being a full range of movement.
fantastic.
Mm.
Fantastic. So connect to that free and flexible. See yourself dancing. So your body responds to you. And if you have pain, go back to connect with it again. There's more that wants to say. More memories maybe, or maybe more words, more description, more feelings. And then when you're ready, when you're connecting to the pain, but you can say, okay, I've got pain now, but how do I want to be feeling? Free and flexible. What about that dancing? Oh, that's great. And how will it? And then you use the same actions to bring in the stuff you do want. So let's go there then. So, what's it like when you're dancing? What does that do to you?
I feel joy and freedom, mobility, grace, and I feel, interestingly, I feel like I'm equal, not below importance-wise. I just feel like an equal.
So connect to these things regularly, especially if you're having a bad time. Connect to the equal in you. Connect to the freedom in you. Remember yourself dancing and the freedom. Where is the freedom in you? And then you become a magnet for it. And then you create the change you want. That's step 3. Did you get this right? Makes sense, right? It's just very straightforward. Yeah? We know this stuff, but we just don't do it. Joe said that we do. This is in us. This comes from 35 years of observing how we are, how people are, and feelings and everything. And the pain-free method was created of observations of us. So everything should make just sense, just like breathing. So now you know what you want, or you know what you want, then connect to those things in you. So connect to the freedom in you. Where is the freedom in me? Where is the flexibility in me, and all the things that you want, whatever it is. But make sure that you connect to them in you, and then you become the magnet of it. So somebody says, oh, well, do I have to keep on doing this all the time, on that old chore? No, you're just living life. And when you have a pain or thing you don't want, you connect with it in you. Where am I feeling that in me? And then say what you want instead. And then where is that lovely stuff in me? So then you become a beacon and a magnet to the stuff you want, and you change. Healing is a state of being. Give it a go. Let me know how you get on. How's your back and your hip at the moment?
Oh wow, it feels freer.
Does it now?
Yeah, it does.
Love it. It's
Yeah.
so simple, isn't it? Simple actions.
Beautifully simple.
Fantastic. And then milk it, freer. Where's freer in me? And carry on. So as people, we react to stuff. And of course, we've got troubles and aches and pains. And then in the Western way, we're sort of, there's a thing, and I've got to go to the doctors, and I've got to get it cut out, and I think it's because of this, and then how am I going to work? And then depression comes in, and then we get over here. We're over here. Naturally, of course we do. But then now you know what to do. You connect to that depression, and you connect to that pain and that problem and that irritation, and you automatically come to the stuff you do want to be. Okay, it's awful, but what do I want? I want to be free. Okay, where's free in me? My heart. yeah, that feels all right. I feel all right now. Where's all right in me? You know, so you follow what you show yourself. It's you're a self-aligning thing. It's brilliant, this stuff, isn't it? It's so simple. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's like you're giving us clarity. It's like, yeah, it's all there, isn't it? But you need to be clear about it.
Yeah, and you know, I've made it into a nice, simple ABC. And when I started this, I had already been a therapist for 10 years, and I had this breakdown thing, and then then I had this epiphany. But then it still took me about 7-8 years. I thought everyone's got to know this. Like, wake up, everybody! Look, you know. But I was a reflexologist in a clinic. So I had to analyse from when somebody walks through the door and they come to me and they've got a shoulder thing and then reflexology and what am I doing? What am I thinking? I had to analyse everything I did to make it into this is how you do it, you know, so I could give it to you. And that's what the pain-free method is. Now you can do it. And I love to help people and get you out of a dark place and show you how to give you the tools, simplify it and give you the simple actions you can do any time for anything. But then what naturally happens is people start sharing it. I had a lady who had high-level anxiety and she hadn't been out in 18 months. And then in 2 weeks' time, she went out. And we're having the next chat and she said, I went down to the shops and blah, blah, blah. Hang on a minute. Hold your horses. What do you mean you went out? Oh, yeah, didn't I tell you? No. 18 months. She hadn't been out 18 months. But then 2 weeks after that, her husband had migraines, so she started to teach her husband. And this is what I think it's God-given. We all have talents and abilities and gifts, and it's all about sharing it with each other. That's why I make my first point of help with the experience call to make it just low cost, just come in, get the action, start healing, and then we naturally will just ping it to everybody else. This is that open the floodgates. Thank you for letting me guide you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Do let me know how you get on. Did you want to go next? Or?
I just wanted to say I've been through what you've been through, and I actually started going dancing, and I go dancing every week now, and it brings me so much joy, and I do not have pain like I had before. Not saying it's gone away completely, but I'm there. I'm actually, so stay with it, definitely.
And connect to the feelings that you want, and any trouble, don't ignore it. Don't ignore any pain. That's another rule of healing. Don't ignore it. Don't push past it. Pay attention to it. Because what is it about pain freedom? Pain is a message that wants to be heard. Come on, you want to. Pain is a message that wants to be heard. That back pain wants to be heard. And if you ignore it, it will get worse. What happens to your message, I'm hungry, and you don't eat, and you don't eat, and you don't eat? What's going to happen to that message? We just get dizzier and more irritable, and the end of the line of that is dead, So the message will get louder and louder, and it calls us back all the time. So here's another helping thing you can do for yourself is to listen and respond to your needs. You're thirsty, drink water. You're tired, sit down, Who'd like to be guided? How are we doing for time? That's good. Anybody like to be guided? Yeah, please.
Pain, not so important. I mean, I have been suffering from pain in my neck and my shoulder. I found that Bowen has helped on that front. I do have regular massages as well. I don't take any painkillers. Mine would be, what I would be interested in more is probably years of low mood, which have been on medication for. Whether or not the pain...
Hang on, we're going into thinking, stay present with.
I was going to say that to you because I'm a Myers-Briggs type ISTJ, which is thinking and judging, and so I am head. I'm very...
Let's go there. Good. Be in your head.
I spend a lot of time in my head, so I...
Good.
Good.
You are who you are, and you're perfectly formed you. So nature didn't make a mistake. What's that thing? It's... there is nothing useless that nature calls into creation.
I get that. I don't dislike being what I am.
Great.
I think it
does
serve me in some cases, and I know you shouldn't label. I know I've been told try not to see it as a label, so that's you know.
What do you want help with today?
It would be more about low mood.
Fantastic. So that's the pinnacle. And
long term, it's shown itself in various different forms. OCD massively back in the 80s, breakdown in 2004. And just since then, it's just a general flatness, which I don't know whether that comes from the medication.
Are you going up into the head again? Let's stay with it. See how we easily go into the mind and figure it out. So just watch out for that, because that means you've gone out the room.
And barrier, you know, like really related to what that lady in the blue jumper was talking about as well. So, yeah.
So luckily, wherever you start healing, and you can't get this stuff wrong, whether it's your hip or your sadness or low mood or headache, wherever you connect with, the whole of you gets the benefit at the same moment, the whole of you. So if you just have your favourite cup of tea because you want to, that's going to affect your every part of every cell in your system, everything you've ever lived, every thought you've ever had. Just have your favourite cup of tea or your favourite jumper or whatever. It automatically puts you into alignment. So we can heal little fixes. It's easy to heal. But wherever you start, it affects the whole. So where's the low mood in you? Where do you feel the low mood?
Probably chest area.
Perfect. You're healing. So how does your chest feel?
I do a lot of things myself to try and, alleviate things. So,
yeah, but it's not your job. You're healing. Your body does the healing. But Bowen and the other thing you mentioned, that you seem massage, you like that. So anything you find that helps you, then definitely repeat it.
I do look for those things as well.
Great.
It's not that I'm sitting at home feeling.
Let's get back to releasing the low mood thing in the chest. So stay present with it, sweetheart. I don't mean to interrupt you, but it's like you're going away from it and you're trying to figure it out, and I've got to do this and I've got to do that, and I'm the one that does all the things, and no you don't. And your body will keep going, low mood, low mood, and she's gone away again. Low mood, and it's in the chest now. And she's trying to figure it out again. Give us some more chest, low mood. You see, the messages will get louder and louder and call you. And when you're ready, you'll go there, and then you meet someone like me and just says, come on. So how does your chest feel now?
Quite tight.
Quite tight. Where's quite tight in you?
Probably, all of down the front.
Okay.
I don't really suffer from digestive issues.
Lovely.
So
Great.
I'm not worried about that area.
Good. And connect to all this area here and just feel what's going on. And this awareness, this connection, this tuning into what you're feeling is the alignment. And then we add things like massage and Bowen and anything else that helps you, anything you find that helps you. What is all this? Sounds like a bit of history there. What is all this tightness?
That's what I was going to say. I think it's been over a long period of time. It's probably all of this probably started back in the early 80s, really.
And are you ready to let this go and change? Not be in low mood. What do you want instead? Instead of low mood, how do you want to be feeling?
Well, freedom, free.
Where is that in you?
Face.
In your face. And how does your face feel? Tight. And what's all this tightness going on? A lot of tight here, tight face. Have you ever felt tight?
Part of the barrier. It's part of the, the iron.
What's the barrier? What's that? Where is the barrier in you? And don't feel you have to say anything you don't want to, because you can still get guidance without saying any details. So what's the barrier in you? What's all that about? Have you ever felt the barrier in your life before?
Yeah, maybe just not speaking enough. I do have this massive doubt about my ability to communicate, which during my
hang on, that's a witch. That's gone on to witch.
Well,
let's come to
during my breakdown, I didn't speak.
Yeah,
for a long time.
We'll keep doing things, and the message will get.
Still some connection to that going around now.
Do you want to change that?
Well, yeah, because it didn't really figure before then.
So how does it feel now? Where is it in you? All that stuff going on. Stay present with it. It might have been for a long, long time, but fortunately for all of us, is that time is eternal. We are only in the now. We're not yesterday or all this long, long time. Of course, I understand completely what you're saying. people suffer things for many, many years. I know I did, of many, many, many years, and you have this repeated pattern. So it can take, it's like moving an elephant. It's like, can I change? Can I be different? Maybe I'll just put up with it. Maybe I'll just be me, how it is now. You know, so there's all that stuff because it goes on for a long, long time. Add in a bit of family and repeated patterns and attracting the same kind of people into your life just to confirm it all. But change is always ready and available for you at any given moment, even if it's been forever and been a long time. Change is always available for you. It's like the weather's not always the same, or you don't always have the same thoughts, or we come and go with thoughts, we come and go with feelings, and the day is different as we go along in the day. You say you're here now, and then you'll be out there in a minute, and it's the change happens all the time. So change is always available for you, and if it's not, if you feel any resistance to that, connect to that resistance. So you keep one of the helping things is to do daily meditation. Self-Reiki is a really good one. Listen and respond to your needs. Check in with yourself, like, how am I feeling? Low mood? Okay, connect with it. Where am I feeling that? The chest. What's going on in there? Tightness. Okay, stay present with the tightness. Oh, it's the barrier. Okay, what's the barrier? Where am I feeling the barrier? And all this, what do I want? Freedom. Okay, where's freedom? Where's freedom in you? Where do you feel freedom?
Speech.
In your speech. And how is your speech at the moment?
Restricted.
Where's restricted in you?
Trust. It's about some of it's about trust, not trusting myself.
What's all that about? How does that feel when you're not trusting yourself? Where do you feel that? Where do you know that or feel it or sense it that you're not trusting yourself? What's all that about?
Don't really know.
Good answer. So the don't really knows are really important. That means the barrier's gone boop, and we need to respect that because that's a form of self-love. We respect and we create natural boundaries, healthy natural boundaries when I don't know is a block there. So then come into your softening and breathing. And because there's a lot of tightness, I would really strongly recommend that we all soften and breathe every day. Just check in, I'm a bit tight today, soften. Despite what you're thinking, despite what you're feeling, if you're feeling low mood or barriers and things, soften and breathe anyway. Remember, you want freedom. Where is the freedom in you? So it's like a little sort of game sort of thing that we play, noticing where we're at, what the energy we're at, what we're feeling, the low mood or physical pain or anything else. Notice it. Do the things that create a better place for you. How can you help yourself right now? How can you help yourself with the low mood right now? Maybe do a Bowen thing or a massage or something. Maybe connect to, maybe say, well, instead of the low mood, I want freedom. Where's freedom in me? Soften and breathe and take a little time practicing. It's been a long time, so you've practiced that way a long time, but presumably you're here because you want change.
Yeah, I mean, I do meditation classes. I like to go to classes. I did one yesterday. I did a yoga weekend last weekend where there was quite a bit of meditation, but I just don't have that. I haven't never really developed the discipline to do it myself at home on my own regularly. So
got to start with what does work now, and also say what you want to be feeling. Connecting to the feeling is where the healing is. The feeling of the low mood. Where's the low mood? Where is it? What do you want? Freedom. Connect to the feeling of freedom in you, and then you attract the change that you want. So we're finishing now. Thank you everybody for letting me guide you and listening in. If you want to go to the next stage, book a free consultation on the website. There's also a guide if you just want to put a little toe in the water. Just check me out, get the free guide. And I run a taster session every month, and where I teach you these 4 actions, go into more detail. And then the program is a 90-day program. So some people don't need the 90 days. Maybe they just want a little taster and just get started with something. Thank you very much, everybody, for letting me guide you. Thank you so much.